This is Glenn Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. We're located at 7760 Balcom Avenue, Reseda, California, 91335. Today is April 16th, 2021. We're performing a video waste and sewer line inspection through an 1.5-inch waste line clean out located at the rear of the property, just outside the kitchen window. And this is our 1.5-inch clean out here. It does appear to be ABS at the clean out. And this is our kitchen window here. And this goes around towards the side of our property. This goes around to the opposite side of the property. And we went ahead and zeroed out our camera monitor here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to push in and attempt to push out. Okay, we went ahead and pulled back, and what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can attempt to push through the roof vent. So we're just going to pause our recording here, get ourselves set up, and possibly see if we can get through a roof vent. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and were able to locate a mainline cleanout at the front of the property. We did attempt to go through the roof vent, and the roof vent had a tough transition going through. We spoke with the agent. The agent had called the homeowner, and the homeowner stated that there was 2 4-inch ABS cleanouts located at the front of the house. So we did remove a lot of the mulch in the area, and we were able to locate them. So you can see at the front of the property, we do have quite a bit of mulch in the area. This is our regulator to the house, and just in front of the regulator, we do have 2 4-inch ABS cleanouts. So we do have a two-way system here, so just underneath there, and as you can see, we do have one here, and this again is running towards the front of the property here. As you can see here, that goes towards the front door. And we're going to go ahead and zero out our camera monitor here, and what we'll do is we'll just drop down and attempt to push all the way out into our city sewer tie-ins. So we are sweeping down. Down. As you can see here, we do have a fairly large offset in this transition from about the 12 o'clock area all the way around to about the 10 o'clock area. You can see the full face of the vitreous clay, and this is our black ABS sewer pipe, and this is where they installed the cleanouts. And as you can see, we are holding water, and the water here is pretty much still. It's not moving. So as you can see, we do have a fairly large offset there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to attempt to jump up and over that, and we're just going to continue to push out. Got a minor offset in that joint there. Continue to push out, and as we push out, you can see that we do have a break in this area from about the 4 o'clock all the way around to about the 8 o'clock area. You can see that the vitreous clay in this area is completely broken. So again, what we'll do is we'll just continue to push out. What we'll do is we'll push out and attempt to push all the way out into our city sewer tie-in, and once we pull back, we can mark these areas. And you can see that we do have another break in this area as well, again from about the 4 o'clock area all the way around to about the 7 o'clock area. You can see there a piece of pipe that's broken. You can see a crack in it, and you can see a crack there right around the 7 o'clock area as well. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And we do have a fairly large offset in this joint here. As you can see here, and it does appear that we do have a crack as well in this joint right around the 3 o'clock area. And you can see we have a little bit of slag over pour, so we do have a major offset from about the 12 o'clock all the way down to about the 7 o'clock area. And then right around the 3 o'clock area, you can see a crack in that vitreous clay, and as well right around the 9 o'clock area. As we push closer, you can see that those cracks. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And again, in this area here, the vitreous clay, we do have a fairly large break in the vitreous clay here. And again, you can see that from about the 12 o'clock all the way around to about the 10 o'clock area. So again, we're going to go ahead and continue to push out. And we have to do a fairly large offset here. Continue to push out, make a little bit of a turn. And again, to have another offset in this joint. And again, what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to push out. What we'll do is we'll attempt to push all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. And that joint appeared to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. That joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. A little bit of slag overpour in that joint there, and that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. We make a little bit of a turn, and then we drop down into our city sewer tie-in. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, again, we went ahead and pushed all the way out to the middle of the street here, and we are parallel with our manhole cover. This is our city sewer tie-in here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. We're going to pull back slowly. We're just going to take a look at the joint. The saddle area there appears to be in fair condition. A little bit of an offset in the saddle area, but nothing major. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. A little bit of concrete overpour in that joint there, but nothing major. Okay, we're going to continue to pull back. And again, that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. Okay, we make a little bit of a turn, and we do have a little bit of an offset in that joint there. You can see a little bit of offset in that joint there, from about the 2 o'clock all the way down to about the 6 o'clock area. And then we pull back. As we pull back, we make another turn. And as we pull back, you can see that we do have a fairly large crack in that joint from about the 9 o'clock area going all the way around to about the 3 o'clock. Okay, again, as I mentioned, we do have a crack at the top of the pipe from about the 9 o'clock area all the way around to about the 3 o'clock area. And as we pull back, we do have a fairly large offset in that joint there from about the 6 o'clock all the way up to about the 12 o'clock area. So we're just going to continue to pull back. And as we pull back in this area here, we can see that we have a break. This line here is completely broken in this area from pretty much the full diameter of the pipe. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and marked this area at 4 foot 1 inches deep, and this is in the grass on the right hand side of the driveway. And again, we're just going to pull back, and again, as we pull back, you can see we do have an offset here, and we do have a crack in that joint as well. And this joint as well, we do have another crack in this joint as well from about the 4 o'clock area all the way around to about the 7 o'clock area. And again, we're not going to mark these areas. It's coming back towards the clean out, so we know the overall length of the line. And as you can see here, we do have another fairly large break here from about the 5 o'clock area all the way around to about the 7 o'clock area. So we're going to pause here one moment. Okay, again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back from here. We did view the line with the potential buyer and the buyer's realtor, so they just took a look at everything. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, that break there was just in front of the clean out area, and we transition back into black ABS sewer pipe. And as you can see here, we do have a fairly large belly in this area from about the 1 o'clock all the way around to about the 9 o'clock. We are holding water in this area, as you can see. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back, and we're going to pull up and out of our clean out, and that will conclude our video sewer inspection.